All right, here we are, 6:30. Oh boy, I've been pretty good, pretty prompt. the last couple of weeks, which is big for me. I'm usually running behind, but I'm glad I'm on time. Let me just get set here. That looks good. I think we are ready for a show tonight. How's everybody doing out there? All over the world, all over Long Island. I wonder if this show is international. I'm trying to take up another language, and I just don't know which one. So if you're watching this show in any other language, just hit your SAP button on the bottom of your computer, and you can enjoy the Steve Squared Show in French, Spanish, any other language you might enjoy. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Obviously, before we start this show, we always take a moment. Today is September 11th, so we want to obviously talk and remember about September 11th. So it's always, when I do the show, I always try to keep it lighthearted. It's always, I never really get into heavy topics or things like that. I like to keep it really light and entertaining. But of course, today is September 11th. We want to remember everyone on this day. I actually see here that they're doing an event, as you can see, at Eisenhower Park. You can see it's actually going on right now. It's 6 p.m. At Eisenhower Park. Let's see if they talk a little about this. So it's at Eisenhower Park, and they're doing a memorial service and a remembrance service, as they are at a lot of different places throughout Long Island. I noticed they're doing one at Point Lookout Beach this evening and several other places. So if you are in those areas, definitely stop by, check it out, or they're having lots of broadcasts that you can watch as well. So I want to thank you for taking a moment today to definitely remember September 11th. And thank you again for stopping by and joining a little bit of the Steve Squared Show on this Monday. I look out and I see it's getting, and I don't like this when it starts to get a little bit darker, a couple of minutes each day, and that's just, how much I love the summer. I'm a big summer person. But the fall, the weather is still summer. It is hot out there. It's in the 80s today, but it's been the weekend was in the 90s. So a little disappointed because it rained yesterday. Me and my dad were supposed to go to a car show, the Tanner Park Car Show in Copiague, and it got rained out, and they moved it. Now this is silly. They moved it to September 24th, which is the same day that the Toe Beach Car Show is. So now I don't understand how this works. You have two car shows on the same day. These guys, these real car aficionados, they go from show to show to try to win the judging competition. So you should have made it on separate days, because now those car people have to decide. And if there is really no choice, if you're a real car enthusiast, you go to the Toe Beach one. That's at the beach. They have a band playing. It's usually some, Long Island cover terrible band with bad acoustics. But plenty of food trucks. The Tanner Park one is nice, but it's a death trap. They don't make it convenient to walk there. You have to park on the lawn. Then you walk as steep a downgrade down a hill. It's almost like they might as well give you ice skates or roller skates to kill yourself. Then you come up the hill, and if you survive that, you might be able to walk in and enjoy the car show. So I enjoyed. We try to go to every car show, but I'm glad we're going to the Toe Bay one. It'll be a lot better, and hopefully the weather will be nice, and we'll enjoy that. So, September, you can get weather either way. I feel like September and June are similar. You can get these kind of cooler days or really hot days. So I know a lot of people are trying to, enjoy those last summer beach days and what have you, um, and do that. So anyway, oh boy, I was watching. Did you get to see? I saw a little bit of the Old Timers Day. Yankees had their Old Timers Day, and it's funny now because the Old Timers have really changed. They're now players that we watched, and that's kind of depressing that they're now old timers, right? When you look at the players and they're like Jeter and Bernie Williams and Paul O'Neill, and now they're rolling them out on crutches. I feel like I stay the same age and everybody just passes me by, right? You still look great. I'm looking at you guys, and you guys look fabulous. And these guys don't take care. Once they finish their playing career, I don't know what happens to these guys. I mean, they just have millions of dollars and endless time on their hands, and I guess they spend it at restaurants. But no, they still look great. I mean, they just played like 10 years ago, so they don't even do an old timers game anymore. I used to love when they would drag these guys out. They would take them out of coffins once a year and roll them out on Yankee Stadium into the sunlight. They'd go like this. And then they would hit rockets at them and make them play an actual game. And I guess they felt that wasn't the best thing to do. But I think these players would have a good time because these guys are still athletes. I mean, they're in there, what are they? They're all in their like 50s now, maybe 60. And they have some of the old timers, the Willie Randolphs and the Ron Guidrys, some of those guys. But most of them they were honoring the 1998 Yankees team that won the World Series. And so those guys are in they're in their 50s. So it's I would have liked to have seen a game. That's what I would have enjoyed. I would have definitely liked to have seen a game. But anyway, we'll see who calls in today into the show. We might have some surprise. I think Jeff might actually call in today. We're going to talk about, we had to shoot a video he shot for me for something, and that took some time. We'll discuss that and more. Oh boy, the Giants, the New York Giants. I guess they thought it was still preseason and didn't realize all the pomp and circumstance and Queen Latifah singing the Star-Spangled Banner and the rockets and the red glare and the whole hype and a lot of the Sunday Night Football. They forgot that it was an actual game, and I guess they still thought it was preseason, as they were lambasted, they were barbecued, they were marinated, they were crushed, annihilated, bamboozled, hoodwinked, led astray by the America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, and I hate saying that, but I mean, it was just, I don't know, just no bueno. Terrible performance by the Giants. No show. I mean, that's embarrassing. Come on. I mean, football is a third favorite sport for me. It's not my favorite. I'm a Yankee fan, and then I like the Knicks. They'll be starting soon. They usually get it going in another month. Around Halloween time is opening night. So between now and then, I know people love football, and it's like a whole rah-rah. People just live for this. I just can't. I can't stand the coverage. It's too much for me. And I think tonight is the other team in New York, the Jets. They have their opening night. Also at home. I guess they obviously figured that. They'll be playing. I'm sure there'll be a ceremony as well as there was last night at the Giants Stadium. So they will be doing that. Obviously, the Jets are now home to the same place, so they'll be doing that as well. The Jets, I think, are playing the Buffalo Bills, so it's a kind of New York game. Nobody ever recognizes Buffalo as part of New York, right? They always say the Jets and the Giants, but they never. Buffalo's New York too, right? It's just a place that nobody goes to. It's too. We don't even know where it is. Somewhere north. Who knows? We're so snobby. We only consider New York, Long Island, and the 5 boroughs and Manhattan. But look at a map. New York is so huge, and especially this time of year. That's where the real scenic beauty is your upstate New York. That's where people go to look at the foliage and the changing of the leaves. Speaking of foliage and changing of the leaves, let's welcome in Kermit, looking great. Look how vibrant the green leaves are. He got watered today. The soil is nice and damp. Doing a pretty good job, I must say. So I'm pretty pleased about that. Thank you very much. Before we get any further, speaking of debacles, let's talk about a little restaurant, shall we, located in Stony Brook. Yes, Kumo Steakhouse and Sushi. Not only do they give you steakhouse and sushi, but they're adding their new item on the menu, salmonella poisoning. Yes, Kumo's Sushi, Steakhouse, and Salmonella Poisoning is now at a restaurant near you. This restaurante, this Japanese restaurant, had a bad incident this weekend. They had 28 cases of food poisoning. Not just food poisoning. Not people didn't go home and just didn't feel well. We're talking projectile, when you say the word projectile, it's never good. It's either coming from North Korea or it's from someone's mouth. And this was coming from 28 people's mouths in the restaurant, right over the hibachi bar. Projectile vomiting, uncontrollable diarrhea. It sounds like the side effects of one of those, commercials you're watching for one of those anazanic drugs. Paranesic. Well, they go down all the uncontrollable things, the side effects that it has. Well, this was no side effect, my friends. This was not, they don't get a good restaurant, boo! What else can we give them? But they did give them a discount on the bill. No charge for the cleaning bill on the sushi bar. So the Board of Health, and of course it was a whole scene there. They were showing it on Channel 12 News. They had ambulances and people were having parties. Their kids were having a birthday party, and there was a baby shower. There was all these kind of group parties. And what apparently was this spoiled rice. It looked like it came from rice, the fried rice, I think. So, but it's insane. And then they reopened them today. Who's going to go there? I mean, are you really, you deserve what you get if you go there today for dinner. If you're not listening to the Steve Squared Show, I am denouncing this restaurant. It's unacceptable. I wish I had my unacceptable button. I don't. But it's just too bad. OMG. It's terrible. I mean, they should not allow this restaurant to reopen. You don't get multiple chances. Plus, this place has been cited before. There's obviously a problem here. And this is a chain restaurant. I just looked it up. I think there's a couple of other locations. But do your homework. I don't go out to eat at restaurants a lot because you don't know how people handle your food. And I'm not going to be and just say I'm never going to go out to eat. People enjoy, and you should support local restaurants. But do your homework a little bit and try to make sure you know where you're going. It's kind of always dicey. You're taking your health in your hands when you go to a new place. You try a new place, and we love to try new places, right? We love new restaurants, and I hope this is an oddity, an anomaly, and not the norm. And I don't mean that for this place. This place is off the list. Once a place does something like this, you just got to close them down. There's no saving this place. I wish they were on Kitchen Nightmares. Remember that show, Kitchen Nightmares? That was a great show. With what's his face, the crazy chef. He would be screaming at them with the great accent. Screaming always comes better off with an accent. What are you doing? It's unbelievable. So, big no-no to Kumo. But now we move on. What are you going to do? Hey, did you see Arnold Schwarzenegger revealed on his podcast he had a real big scare? He was supposed to have gone in, here it is, he was supposed to have gone in for some kind of minor procedure. This was many years ago. In 2018 he had this operation, and he actually was supposed to be like a, kind of very minor procedure, whatever they call it, a procedure. It's better than surgery, which turned into a major procedure because they had punctured his heart, and they had to go for a full-blown open heart surgery. And he reveals about this on his new podcast. And he's back in time. He's filming his 6th installment of The Terminator. Now, remember I said when your trilogies are bad, right? A 3rd installment. Once you hit 6, you're good. Keep it going. Now he could just, once he passes 3, you keep it going, Arnold. I hope he does 10 more. Good for him. But, it was a really scary moment for him, he reveals in his podcast. What is his podcast called? He has this pretty cool new podcast. It's called The Pump. Of course it is. And, it looks like, he's got, it's like a, episode of this. It's a health and fitness podcast. It's called The Pump, Arnold's Pump Club. Arnold's Pump Club. And he talks about, on his last Monday's episode, he talks about that he had this incident. It was very scary. But he was able to rehab and get up to walk, because they told him, you got to get up, walk, you got to start moving around. They didn't want him to get any kind of pneumonia or anything bad because he had just had open heart surgery. So, Arnold, he's a real fighter. He's a tough, mentally tough. If you watch his documentary, you'll know that on I think I've talked about it on Netflix. It's a 3-part series. Outstanding. Very good. I don't know how Netflix does it, and I'm guessing, obviously, it's the algorithm based on what I watch. But I don't understand. They have their top movies, and their number 1 movie was Woody Woodpecker for me from 2018. Was I watching a lot of bird things that they would think I would enjoy this? And I don't understand. I just don't understand where their mind is, where their Netflix mind is. So it's just...
Do it! Dude! I love it!
Anyway, so this was also on the same page, and I love how they combined it, because you would always say, what does Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jan Brady from the Brady Bunch, Eve Plum, have in common? Nothing. Other than they were, both articles are on the same page, which is actually better for me. Less flipping through. How about Celsius? I'll tell you, I was in the library, and now the libraries are back to getting busy. Kids are back at school. We're such a by-routine people, right? Everything is seasonal. Everything is the way we go about our business. The fall comes, we go back to the libraries because obviously we're back in school. The tutoring started already. How much tutoring could you need? The school just started 3 days ago. Are you that behind? We're in a world where parents want their kids to be the best, right, at everything. They don't want their kids, so they give them coaches, and they just give them all this nonsense stuff. So obviously they want little Johnny and Betty to be, going full force in school, so they got them tutors already. I don't know, I think it's a waste of money. Depends on the tutor, I guess. I shouldn't say that. I think it could be alright. I wouldn't make a good tutor because I tried to help my nephew prepare for his personal training exam, and I just kept screaming at him. I'm not from the kind, warm-hearted, let's try again. I just told you that! What's wrong with you? Come on!
OMG. Dude!
I get really mad. I'm like,
come on. Come on.
So I don't have patience. You have to have patience to be a tutor. I would not make a good tutor. But getting back to the Brady Bunch, there's going to be, it says here, there's an auction. Eve Plum is selling all of her Brady items. So if you were a Brady Bunch person, we all were Brady Bunch people. I enjoy the Brady Bunch. Who doesn't? Fantastic cast. And of course, I love the Brady Bunch remake movie. The Brady Bunch movie was hysterical. Gary Cole is so funny, and Shelley Long and Christine Taylor played Marsha. It was so good. But the 65, she's 65 years old, who played Jan, the middle child. Middle children always have a complex. And Jan had a little complex. But now, she's selling some items at an auction. She's selling some scripts. She's selling, what else is she selling? A record album, Merry Christmas from the Brady Bunch. She has a record album. Some of the Kodak behind the scenes, just daily activities that her and her castmates were doing. Robert Reed had given them these kind of filmatic cameras that just came out, the Super 8s, back in those days, and so the kids could film and stuff like that. And so she has that footage. She's going to Hawk. Boy, she must be in real bad shape, Eve Plum. This is another child actor that's probably... If you have to start digging in your closet for this crap and hope that some lunatic on eBay buys it, you are in bad shape. Marsha's doing a heck of a lot better. She was always better. She was better than Jan on the show, and she's better than Jan in real life. She's just cast that enormous shadow over Eve Plum, Maureen McCormick. Although Maureen had her own troubles and her own demons. And you could read it. That's a fantastic book. That'll be my book recommendation of the day. Here's the story. Maureen McCormick, by Maureen McCormick. It's called Here's the Story. You know how the song starts, Here's the Story, of a man named Brady. So she's going to be selling a lot of this stuff here. Some scripts, just some other stuff. It doesn't look like she's going to have a big haul here. This might be enough for her to do Christmas shopping this year. She's actually, most recently, Eve Plum was in a Hallmark Channel movie. They all go to Hallmark. It seems like Hallmark is this vestibule of taking wayward child stars or actors that were famous 20, 30 years ago and putting them in these tear-jerking lifetime moments. They figure, look, you come over here, maybe you could play a mom whose daughter's been kidnapped, a mom whose daughter's strung out on drugs, a mom whose son and daughter are pimps, something like that. You'll come to the Hallmark, we'll find a home for you. We're the home of wayward, lost actors that can't get on anything else. The Hallmark Channel. Boy, they always have those kind of movies. And Eve Plum is going to be starring in one. What is it called? A Holiday Spectacular. It's always the holiday movies, stuff like that. But she's still working. It's nice to see she's still working. Who was your favorite? Did you have a favorite Brady? Did you have a favorite Brady? I have to admit, I thought, I liked Peter a lot. I liked Christopher McKnight. Or is it Christopher Knight? I think it's Christopher Knight. He played Peter. He was good. He was kind of funny. Had a little dry sense of humor. He's very funny now. If you watch some interviews, I like Peter. I can identify the best with Peter. Bobby and Cindy, I could care less about. Too annoying. I guess Marsha and Greg they were too cool. I could never be that cool. Peter's who I can identify as. And it's funny because when I was looking at this, I started reminiscing and looking through some Brady stuff and Maureen McCormick, and I was seeing what other roles she had done, and she was in Happy Days. I don't know if you remember the episode. She played just one of the, it was a gang, Dooley's gang, and she was one of the girls, and, Richie raced the guy for the girls, and really odd story. But it was, she had made her early appearance on Happy Days. There was a lot of other people that made early appearances on Happy Days. Do you know? Do you remember anybody? Do you know? I'll give you a second to rack your brain. Robin Williams. He was doing stand-up sidewalk performance art. Crazy, right? And this is a guy who went to Juilliard. And the late, great Robin Williams. They needed somebody in an emergency for that week's script. They didn't have anything. And one of the producers said, I saw this guy doing, really funny, doing stuff outside on the sidewalk. They bring him in, he's never, and then he played Mork, the Martian, and then, of course, he was in, just Ron Howard talks about how he was unbelievable, and then they knew he was going to be a big star. And the rest, as they say, is his story. Tom Hanks was another who played a karate master. There was some others. Cheryl Ladd. Actually, Christopher Knight. Peter also he was on an episode where he played Joni's boyfriend. I didn't even know that. Jeff Conway, before Taxi and Grease, was a greaser, kind of 50s kind of look. And some others. So that was pretty neat. So they had their share of Danny Thomas as well. So they had their share of, fun cameo stars. That always makes a show fun. So that was good. But I think you should read that book. Here's the Story by Maureen McCormick. She was, really hit at rock bottom. She, got involved in drugs and all this stuff, and then obviously came out the other side of a wall. No, she was better and fixed herself. She was actually tried to audition. She wanted to be a serious movie star, and the closest she got was she was auditioning for the role of Billy's girlfriend in that movie Midnight Express, where he's the local guy from Babylon who smuggles drugs and gets put in jail. It's a true story. His girlfriend, she was up for the role, but they said, you just are too much like Marsha. You're Marsha. Nobody's they can't see past Marsha. So that's kind of plagued her. So she never really got anything else other than Marsha. She peaked at 15 years old. Hey, at least she peaked. I'm still trying to peak. At least she had a peak. At least you had a prime, Mick. I ain't had no prime. That's my Rocky. That's my Sylvester Stallone. Stop it. It wasn't that good. It was alright. I like Happy Days. It's a good show. Ooh. For those of you who did not see Barbie, are you one of the 5 people left that have not seen Barbie? I'm one of those 5 because I refuse to watch it. But anyway, if you never made it to the theater, or maybe you're just not a theater goer, you don't like to go to the movies, Barbie is streaming tonight at midnight, actually Tuesday. But at midnight, you could sit at 11:59 with your finger on the button to click it. It'll be streaming on Amazon. Got their grubby little hands on it, along with a few other streamers. But it won't be on Netflix. It'll be on Amazon. And we're getting a call in. Hold on a second. That's perfect timing. Let me get the fella on here. And welcome. Hold on. You're on the Steve Squared Show. I'm just gonna get you on speaker. Let's see if we could do that here. I'll tell you, this is going to take a moment because, everything takes me a moment. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to try to get connected here. And it looks like we're connected. I'm going to put the volume up. And give us a shout. Go ahead, Jeff.
You really gotta get a better phone because you know that.
Wait, yeah, I can't hear you. Wait a minute, Jeff. This is not working. We gotta get. I'm gonna raise the roof. All right, give me a nice loud hello.
What's up?
No, still not good.
So,
That's a little better. What'd you do?
I put my phone down my throat.
You're gonna have to. Yeah, I'm still gonna need a little more volume, Jeff. You give it. Be as big. I'm gonna tell you what my acting coach told me 10 years ago. Project.
I got my phone so far down my throat, I may choke to death.
Let me see. Hold on a second. It is connected. We are connected. So we'll do the best we can. I can kind of hear you. I'm trying to think if you. Yeah, I can hear you a little bit. I'm trying to see. Say a couple of words. Sing a song or something.
Yeah.
That's
I don't do kayak either.
that's good. All right, we'll get you. We'll do as best as we can. So anyway, I was just telling the folks that I know you're going to be into this. Barbie is. Well, you saw Barbie, right?
No, I did not.
I didn't think so. Jeff did not see Barbie. Barbie is streaming tonight. It's going to be a midnight party at Jeff's house. So anybody in the area, I'll give you that address. I'll put it in the link. At midnight when Barbie becomes available. Jeff, it's only $30.
I'd rather see Retribution again.
Retribution. Jeff says he'd rather see the movie he saw on a couple of Monday nights ago that he told me he'd rather kill himself. Now killing himself is now moved beneath Barbie.
Yeah.
That was easy.
So, but yeah, so we're going to be, if you're into that, that is going to be. Now, Jeff, I have to thank you for your patience. Me and Jeff were working on a little something this weekend. He was filming a video for me that I had to submit. And, I mean, Jeff demands perfection. He's that kind of a director. So Jeff, what did it take? 3 or 4 takes? I forget.
Let's see, 36.
36 takes. That's the charm. Usually 3 times the charm. For me, it was 36. And there were a couple that were usable, but we wanted to get it right, and sometimes there was a lawnmower in the background, so we had to wait.
Yeah, the landscapers wanted to be seen.
Right. So I can't really talk too much about what the video entailed and everything yet, but Jeff had helped me with that. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And I'll probably be using your house/studio again. Yeah, I was inspired. I saw a new part of Jeff's house that can be used for my character Master Pipe Theater. And I'd like to start shooting some episodes of that. The fans are crying for more Master Pipe Theater.
Absolutely.
I'd like to give it to them. Now, Jeff, you're a football guy. Explain to me what happened yesterday. Did the Giants have the time wrong, or did they not get on the bus? What exactly happened that they weren't at the stadium?
They didn't show up. That's it. They sent their minor league team to play Dallas.
So what had happened was, now I thought this was very nice of the Giants. They did a fan play day where they let the fans play. I think that's a fantastic promotion to get the season off on the right foot.
That's what it looks like, man. Really.
Congratulations to those fans who came away unhurt, which is always a big thing. But I thought that was nice of them. Now they'll put the regulars in next week, and things should right themselves.
Nothing on opening day. Wow.
I think that's good for them. Pace yourself. Get the worst game out of the way. I do that. I like to get the worst things out of the way early. When I went to school and I started the year off, I would always get in trouble the first day. Set the tone. Set the bar as low as possible. So you can only go up.
You know what? Look, the Giants are cursed against Dallas. They're 1-13
Yeah.
against Dallas in the last 14 games.
They're not good. They just can't beat Dallas.
the Cowboys got their perfect number. It's like the Yankees and the Twins.
Yeah, it starts to get in your head, and you just know. Now, what's your prediction as a football expert? Now, there's a Jets game tonight. What are you looking in that game?
I think the Bills are going to trounce them.
You think it's going to be another blowout?
Yeah, I think the whole Aaron Rodgers thing is overblown. It's like freaking having Greg Rodgers.
So Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback.
Yep.
I didn't even notice. Now, how old is he? Is he, what is he, 52?
He's 38, 39.
He's not 38, 39, my butt.
Yeah, he is, man.
He's got to be in his early to mid 40s.
Not yet.
He's been playing since 85.
85?
I don't know football.
I heard somebody say his age today. Like he's just shy of 40. But yeah, I'm thinking the Bills are going to roll. I really do.
But you know what? It'll still be a New York team winning.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's okay. Now I'll tell you another New York event that has me chapped. Did you watch any of this U.S. Open tennis nonsense?
I despise tennis.
I like some of the matches. These people are very athletic. They play enormous matches that are grueling. I get it. I mean, I know it. I'm a trainer. They're the stamina, the conditioning, athleticism. It's all great, off the charts. My problem is not with them. A little bit with them. My problem, because these are very entitled, pretentious, spoiled, bratty, people that want, what I'm saying, it's all about them. They have all their tennis coaches and they've been in tennis clubs. Usually they come from money or from some means because it's very hard to play this sport without money and to get to that level. Because you need coaches and whatever nonsense. So the crowd, it's just very, and here's the word of the day, bougie for me.
Bourgeois.
It's very bourgeois. It's these people that are done with the Hamptons and now they need a place to be seen. So they all plop their butts and spend their money. They showed shots of Paris Hilton and, Martha Stewart and Carson Daly and they're all there in their moccasins and their cargo, and Charlize Theron was there in flip-flops, and they're just all casually enjoying some tennis in New York on a fall. It's just so annoying to me. I don't like annoying things. And the fans are the thing also about the tennis fans is they're very innately, I don't like to use the word, but they are in a way kind of, they will let you know who they're rooting for, and it's not just to root for somebody. It's almost the hate that they have for the other person. I mean, this goes back as far as when Michael Chang played tennis, and he was playing, I think, Jimmy Connors or McEnroe, somebody like that. And they couldn't have rooted against him more, and it wasn't that they were rooting for the other person. It was like the hate, they didn't even know he was an actual Chinese-American tennis player, that he was American. He was from South Queens. They're so stupid. And in the way they root for people and the hate, it's very underlying in their, they like who they like. I'll say that. I'll try not to go to that extra word.
Oh, come on, you gotta go.
Well, they're racist. Nobody's watching this anyway. There it is. I said it. It is. I mean, it just, they are. It's just, they like who they like. They want to win who they want to win. And I feel like the tennis, I mean, look, it's like this with golf. They always want to Tiger Woods. They need eyes on the screen, and it's just, I don't like sports that are like that, where it's all dependent on if one person's winning or one player, and that's the only reason people will watch. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's that idiot Djokovic or any of these stupid morons. It just, but I do like the tennis in itself. I like, I think their volleys are good, and they're really, some of them are incredible. But the whole surrounding it, of what it is I despise.
I don't know how anybody can sit here and watch it. I don't get it.
I'd much rather watch that Instagram video I sent you of boxing in phone booths. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That's fantastic. They have these two, like, I don't know, they look like they were from, like, this has got to be, this doesn't go on here. This is in somewhere in, like, Thailand. This is what, I guess they have phone booths there. And they just have two guys in shorts just pummel each other in a phone booth. That's sports. I would pay to see that.
Yeah, that's great.
Now I want to know who came up with that idea. And do you start at a minor league level, like when you start off in bigger phone booths?
New Olympic sport, hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. You bring a couple of phone booths in. You get somebody from the Czech Republic against somebody from like Yugoslavia, the old Yugoslavia. Oh, I would totally watch that. Belarus against Ukraine. Oh, come on. What a storyline. That would be fantastic. I would love that. Somebody from Austria just pummeling somebody in a phone booth. And they leave the phone in there, so you pick up the receiver and you smash it over the skull. That's athletics at its best.
Yeah.
I was talking... Oh, I'd like to take a moment to... Oh, do you watch that show... Monarch, Legacy of Monsters?
No.
Oh, okay. It was sci-fi, so I thought you might be interested in it. Kurt Russell stars in it. And this season, his son is in it with him. Wyatt Russell, they look identical. So they play the same character. Wyatt plays the younger version, Kurt Russell plays... It's Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn's son, Wyatt. He is exactly when in the show they look... It's scary. How much alike they look. I don't know if he's a good actor. I'd also like to take a moment to call out Drew Barrymore. Oh, Drew. She's got that show. She has a TV talk show. So, she has like a morning talk show.
No?
And obviously you're locked in.
Everybody needs to bring a morning talk show.
They all have a morning talk show. So, she was for the writer's strike, and she stepped down from hosting the MTV Awards back in May. She said, I stand with the writers. Of course she does, until it affects her show, and she is going forward. Her show airs next week for the new season.
So now it's screw the writers?
That's exactly it. She said, but we're not going to promote any films or TV shows, but people need us as a healing mechanism.
Oh, stop it.
I don't...
Did she really say that?
She did. Does that sound like something I would say?
Oh, come on. Really?
Come on.
You know why she's really doing it?
I need Drew Barrymore as a freaking healing mechanism.
I've been able to go through my life, whether good or bad, without Drew Barrymore. What are you going to do? What are you... Hey, do you know I got a text message today? Tell me if you would do this, Jeff. From an energy drink. Maybe because of all the Celsius energy drinks I have drank in the past several years, I probably own some piece of this energy company. I probably own stock that I don't realize because I drank my 4,000 Celsius. So they probably made me a part owner of the company, but I have received a text from the energy drink company, and they said they'll pay me $750 a week to have my car decaled with the energy drink. You know how you've seen cars drive around town promoting whatever they're promoting?
Yeah.
So what do you think, Jeff? Would you do that to your new Jeep? Your brand new, beautiful Jeep? Would you put an energy drink logo all over it for $750 a week?
Do the decal come off?
It does. They do a decal now that they come down, they put it on your car, and then usually it's on, like, not the whole car, it's on, like, the trunk or the door, and then you get a choice. You can do it for a month or 3 months, and you get $750 a week, and pretty good deal.
$750 before or after tax?
I don't know. I don't pay tax. Hopefully nobody from the IRS or is watching this show.
I might consider that.
I didn't think it was bad.
Easy money.
That's easy money. I said I would do it, and then I connected with them, and then to my surprise, it wasn't for an energy drink, but for a venereal disease rash cream.
Come on.
No, it was actually for an energy drink. They don't promote, at least on cars anyway, a rash cream. I'm saying, I'll start the car, and I don't know, but I'll send it to you. I'll forward it to you because it's just an application. They're looking for people to drive around promoting their energy drink. So I guess because I'm I'm in the trainer loop and the energy drink loop, they sent this to me and they said, I guess I got it sent to me through LinkedIn or Instagram. I'll definitely share that with
What
you.
do you have to do exactly?
What?
How much driving around do you have to do? Do you have to drive around for a certain amount of hours?
They don't say that. They say your normal daily routine, which for you is great because you work from remote. You don't even drive.
So my normal daily routine is my Jeep sitting out in front of the house for 7 hours.
That's what I mean. You're really just keeping your car parked in front of your driveway. If that's not easy money, I don't know what is.
Yeah, because I'm not going to have somebody watching me see if I drive.
I don't think so, but I don't know if there's a mileage. They didn't say that. They said your normal daily driving. You don't have to, go driving to Montauk Point or something or anything crazy. So you send it because I usually don't read the small print. That's why I end up in trouble.
Send it to me.
I just read the part that says this.
That was easy.
I don't read the other stuff.
There's something wrong.
There's something wrong in Denmark. Something smells wrong in Denmark. And it's not the women. It's not. Anyway, I'll send that to you. You try to take a look. I wanted to talk about a good thing that you're on. I got this in the mail from Crunch Fitness. Me being a trainer, I like to look at anything fitness that I get. And this is the fall when people are taking the time to maybe make that decision to join any new season. People like to start afresh. Whether it be, I was actually helping my folks clean out their closet as a fresh thing. That's always a hard thing to do. We like to give clothes and things to the Vietnam vets, but it's like, do you like to give things away or do you hold on to things for years?
I like to donate, whatever. I'm not really. I only cut them in 2 years ago.
Okay, so you're okay with, you don't hold on, you're not, for the thing. Okay. I sometimes struggle, but I'm like, I haven't worn this, in a long time, so I try to do that. So as a new season comes upon us and we're into the fall, people, kids go back to school, so people find, I'll use this time to join a gym. It's always a good choice. Try to better yourself, try to fix your health. And so you'll see a lot of these flyers all over the place. Gyms are smart, they're not stupid. They know this is the time where they can get people back to school, back to the gym, it's that kind of thing. I would recommend one gym and one gym only I would always recommend Planet Fitness because it's cheap. It has everything you need. It's $10 a month, $20 if you want to go for the black card. And it has everything you need, short of if you just, unless you want to be one of these bodybuilders where you have to go to a Gold's or a Crunch.
$10 a month?
I think it's actually it used to be. I don't know what it is now, but I think that's a minimum of a year sign-up. The month-to-month is the black card, which is $24 or something like that. But, those are, if I always advise people, if you're looking to join or do something like that, it's not a bad idea. They don't have classes or things like that, so if you're looking for classes, you won't go there. They're a No Frills gym, but their commercials are fantastic. There's a really funny commercial where the guy's touring the person around, and it's a female. She's super jacked, and she's got this really deep voice, and he goes to tour of the locker room, and he doesn't know which locker room to go into. So he goes after you, and she goes after you. And she's got this really deep voice, and he starts to walk, and he's in the middle of men and women, and he goes, I don't know where to go. You gotta look that up. Very funny. I'll send it to you. But that's my fitness suggestion. Oh, Jeff, I before I tell you, just want to let you know, do not eat at Kumo Restaurant. Did you hear about this?
Don't eat where?
Kumo Sushi and Steakhouse in Stony Brook. It's a Japanese restaurant located in Stony Brook. They sent 28 people to the hospital Saturday. Bad fried rice.
Bad fried rice.
Bad salmonella, food poisonings. I mean, it was terrible. Terrible. It was all over the news today. So, I know you're not going to go out to Stony Brook, but...
Yeah, I will be going there.
But just in case, because sometimes you drive out east. I don't want you stopping for a quick bite at the Kumo restaurant.
No, thank you. You never find me there.
Because your next stop will be at Stony Brook Hospital. The Paramount just came out with their listing. The Gin Blossoms are going to be playing at the Paramount Tuesday.
The who?
The Gin Blossoms.
What the hell's the Gin Blossoms?
You don't know the Gin Blossoms? Hey, Jealousy? I would play it, but I'd get thrown off the air. The Gin Blossoms, I like them. Who else is going to be? Papa Roach? Who's Papa Roach? What is that? Who is that?
I have no idea.
Is he like a rapper?
I have no earthly idea what that is.
Rick Springfield will be there next Friday at the Paramount.
Rick Springfield?
Yeah, Rick Springfield, still performing.
You mean the 1980s Rick Springfield?
That Rick Springfield, one and the same.
Wow, he's still around?
Hold on, I got a couple of others. If you're looking for a good comic, Jessica Curson, I follow her on Instagram. Jessica Curson will be at the Paramount. She is hysterical. She'll be Saturday night at 7 o'clock. She's my recommendation. Very funny. Jessica Curson. And, Dane Cook is going to be performing at the Paramount.
Oh my god, that guy's still around?
He's at the Paramount for 2 nights. And Margaret Cho.
Wow, Margaret's still doing it.
Oh, sure. She'll be there Sunday night for 1 night only. Margaret Show, 7:30. We like Margaret. She's kind of funny. The actual Beach Boys are going to be at the Paramount. Or who's ever still alive. I don't know how many Beach Boys are still alive.
Stop it, really?
Yeah, Sunday, the Beach Boys. In a couple of weeks. The Beach Boys will be at the Paramount for 1 night. Chris Isaac. Well, they get some good people here. This can't be. Smokey Robinson. This is the actual Smokey Robinson?
Oh, Jessica Curson.
Yeah, you know her.
I watch her on TikTok. That woman is hysterical.
Yeah, she's going to be there at the at Paramount. She's very funny, right?
Oh, I gotta go.
Oh, I'm going to see Teresa Caputo. She's that Long Island medium.
Yeah, we're not doing it.
Oh, I'm doing that. I'm going to see Teresa Caputo. I want her to read my mind. I'm going to give her $500 and my PIN number if she reads my mind.
Give that fraud $500.
I will gladly give her, just to hear her talk. I love Teresa Caputo. I'm glad she's not in jail and instead she's at the Paramount.
You should be. She's a fraud, I tell you.
Oh, stop. Don't be a hater.
Fraud. Ha!
She's fantastic. She's unbelievable. Let's give her an applause. Actually, Chaz Palminteri is going to be at the Paramount. Chaz Palminteri. He'll be performing a Bronx Tale. You know his one man play.
Yeah, I follow his TikTok too. He's so funny.
Yeah, he's going to be doing. He'll be doing it. He'll be there. Look for Chaz Palminteri and Andrew Dice Clay.
Wow, guys.
He's doing one night. Do you like Andrew? Do you still watch Dice or not much?
I watch him from time to time too.
I don't think I would pay to see him at the Paramount. He's done Governors. He's done our club. He's come and done. He's done our club many times.
Yeah, this Jeffrey Bergeron show is almost completely sold out.
Oh, you looked it up already?
Yeah, I'm looking at Ticketmaster.
How much are the tickets?
45 bucks, 38 bucks, 56.
All right. Not.
There's a couple here.
Oh God, no. Maybe you get to meet her.
It's pretty reasonable.
Yeah. She's very funny. If you look her up, she's like Jeff said. She does TikTok videos, Instagram. I watch a lot of her stuff. She's pretty funny.
I love that one.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised that the Paramount's a pretty good venue for her. That's a pretty, it's a nice venue. She travels everywhere.
It's in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's in a couple of weeks. So that should be good. And I wanted to let everybody know, in case you're interested, Jeff, I know he'll like this. The Island Trees Public Library is sponsoring the German Fest. This is fantastic. This you get to do. Oh my God! You're gonna get the library. First of all, you get the bus from the Island Trees Library. This is going to be a fun day. You go all the way to Wallapalpuk, Hawley, Pennsylvania. Lake Wallapalpuk, Pennsylvania. You're going to get, on the bus, you get coffee and streusel cake.
Alright.
There's nothing better that I love than a 6.5-hour drive eating warm streusel. Stop the bus!
Yeah.
I got to go home, I'm unbelievable, I don't feel well. I had bad strudel.
Can't wait for that.
I had bad strudel, I got to throw up on the side of the road. It's that damn Kumo restaurant with their fried rice. I had bad strudel. You don't want to have bad strudel. Strudel, the heat, and a 6.5-hour bus ride with people with big beer signs singing "Rock Dong, Rock Dong." Do you want to do that? Let's do that. That sounds like a fun day.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Oh, it's only $98 a person.
Yeah, well maybe not.
I like how they do it under 100. It's only 98. It says. It's $98 per person, and that includes that you get a Bavarian pretzel. You get to compete in the German Fest Olympic Games, which no doubt is a bratwurst eating contest.
I love it.
It says a snack will be served before departure, and then the bus comes home. So, I think we should go. It says you get strudel, draft beer, wine, soda. This is fantastic. Oh, this is good.
We'll be the only ones there.
I want to learn how to German dance. It reminds me of that time on Christmas European Vacation where he goes and he's trying to dance, and then he starts like a riot in Germany, and he has to get in a little car with the family and they're chasing him. That is a great scene. He's trying to learn and they all punch smacking each other. That is exactly what would happen to me. That is exactly what would happen to me.
Yeah.
But anyway. That is, if you are interested, the Island Trees Library, $98 check made out to parties unknown, because we don't know where that money's going, and that'll get you a day of German Fest, a real strudel day, which sounds like fun. So we hit on everything. We talked about the horrific Giants. And we'll probably include the Jets in there, even though they didn't play yet.
Yeah, the Jets won't be the Jets. That's what they're going to say.
And then the Yanks are playing the Boston tonight. That's always an interesting rivalry. Hopefully somebody will get like a beanball. They always get. I like this. I haven't seen a good baseball brawl in a while. Everybody's too nice. I'd like to see a little more anger.
Yeah.
They are.
That's on their part, is it?
Oh boy. Oh, here's just in case you're looking for. There's a new sneaker place. If you're into sneakers, Cola Kicks. This is called like Coca-Cola. It's called Cola Kicks. They buy, trade, and sell rare sneakers. It's in Deer Park. This looks pretty interesting. They just opened up. Called Cola Kicks. So if you're someone that is really into rare, or cool sneakers, whatever, they buy, trade, sell. I don't know if I'd like to wear somebody else's sneakers.
You want to go to trade sneakers, really?
I'm just, well, Jeff, there's a big audience out there. It's not just you, my friend. Jeff thinks he's my only viewer. I have my mom watching. I got 2 or 3 people watching. How dare you think you're the only one watching this mess? Just because you said that, I'm ending the show right now. Fine. Who cares? 7:31 anyway. I know you people have been enjoying my comedy stylings, but because of Jeff, we're going to shut it down right now. Thanks for calling in, Jeff.
Yep, and I'll end with those see the Nun 2. If you're into horror, they'll love it.
Which one?
The Nun Part 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard it got really good reviews.
Yeah.
That still scares me a little bit. I like comedy, but I did hear it did get, like a lot of play. I'll probably watch something lighter like Barbie tonight.
Yeah, you do that. The rest of us can watch real movies.
I'm watching Barbie for $30 at midnight. Actually, I'll tell you what I'll be watching. Winning Time is tonight. It was last night, but I usually watch it on Monday night. They only have 2 episodes left of this season. That's such a great show. It's real. You gotta watch it. Winning Time. It's the story of the Lakers with like when Magic was there and Kareem. It's John C. Reilly plays the owner, and it's very good. Adrian Brody's in it. He plays Pat Riley. It's really, really good. Yeah, it's very good. You should check it out. That's my rec. And well, thanks again, buddy. Thanks for the takes, for the video, and calling in tonight.
No problem.
All right, Jeff. I'll talk to you later, bud.
Okay, bye.
Later. And that was Jeff. Thanks to Jeff. Thanks to Kermit. Thanks to all of you for spending some of your Monday with us with the Steve Square Show. Once again, if you have a moment, take some time this evening as we also watch some or listen to some memorials from 9/11 for this day. You should always take a moment and think about that and remember everybody from that time. So we're going to next week, still up in the air. I was talking to Tony. We're doing some scheduling changes, so we'll see if we're in the studio or how we're going to be navigating everything. We got some shows coming up. We're doing a whole schedule change, so we might be in the studio a little more. They're changing everything around. They want more Steve Squared, and I mean, who would? Can you really get enough Steve Squared show? I can't. Anyway. Have a pleasant rest of the evening. Have a safe, happy week. Get back to school, back to the gyms. Always doing those positive things. And we'll check back with you. See how you're doing on the September challenge I gave everybody about, right? No chips, no alcohol, lower your sugars, lots of water drinking, get moving, doing all those great things. Check those lists off. And I'm watching you, whether you know it or not. Not in a weird way, more like in a Santa Claus way, which is also a weird way. Anyway, before I get into more trouble, have a wonderful week. For myself, for Kermit, for Jeff, I'm Funny Man Stevie K saying